Solo Taijutsu Lesson 75 continues our exploration of Kuri Kaeshi and taki otoshi, focusing on recovering from contact during the sequence into a strike. The strike we are practicing this week is the rotational manuch found at the end of taki otoshi. In this lesson, we will learn the basic movement of the strike, methods of targeting the strike from forwards, sideways, and backwards entries to both diagonal and horizontal Kuri Kaeshi, and various methods of striking a target with these movements. Methods of targeting include no contact with the target, using the target to map the angles and reach of your strikes, contact with the target during Kuri Kaeshi, striking the air with a recovering strike, striking the air during Kuri Kaeshi, and contact with the target with the recovering strike, and contact with the target during Kuri Kaeshi and with the recovering strike. For both diagonal and horizontal entry Kuri Kaeshi, the form of the rotational manuch brings the back end of the bow forward into a strike that ends with the bow on the opposite side of the body from where it began. Practice this strike from both diagonal and horizontal entries. After practicing the basic form, next practice targeting the strike without making contact with the target. Use a target or an object in the environment to map where your Kuri Kaeshi would be interrupted by contact with the opponent, and where your recovery strike will target the opponent. Control the strike so as not to swing wildly. Practice forwards entry Kuri Kaeshi followed by a retreating or advancing rotational strike, sideways entry Kuri Kaeshi followed by a retreating or advancing rotational strike, and backwards entry Kuri Kaeshi followed by a retreating or advancing rotational strike. Caution: if making contact with a target, inspect your target and your training tool often for damage such as cracks, dents, and missing pieces. Discard any cracked targets or tools, as these may cause large airborne splinters if pieces break off during your practice. If striking a firm target, avoid using a training tool you cannot easily replace. Padding the target will help increase the longevity of both target and training tool. If taking risks with improvised tools and targets, consider wearing eye, neck, chest, and wrist protection while you train to guard against flying shards and other unexpected debris. Practice to control the rebound of this strike by focusing on contact with a target. First, practice making contact with a target once, focusing on contact during Kuri Kaeshi, and then on contact during the rotational strike, exploring form and distancing. Next, practice to make contact twice. With this rotational strike, one contact may be glancing while the other is more solid, especially if working with a narrow target such as a branch, stick, or post. Once you have practiced controlling the rebound of the strike, add directional footwork to the movement to explore distance and angles, moving forward, sideways, and backwards in the Kuri Kaeshi, and advancing or retreating with the rotational strike. Our solo Taijutsu lesson series is designed to keep you moving and improving while training alone at home or otherwise outside the dojo. This lesson is a starting point and demonstration of a solo practice that you can expand upon for your own studies.